Hi, I am coming to you to tell you the truth about SAG AFTRA. I'm a member of SAG AFTRA. I stood 10 toes down behind SAG AFTRA during the strike. But on the producer side is an absolute nightmare with their LA office. Now, with my project Two-Faced Ray, for some reason, their whole goal is to misinform producers, give half answers, and then when you assume something, they don't correct you. That's exactly what happened with Two-Faced Ray. I assumed, based on something they told me, that the salary would be 20% or 21% of $249. They never corrected it. So I went on with production, did a bunch of rehearsals, and everything under the micro budget. Then when it comes down to it, that wasn't the case. Okay, so then I did another movie. I did Unbreakable Sarah, upgraded that. But then when it came to Ready for Christmas, it was a bunch of nonsense. So I pulled that from SAG and I made it non-union. Fast forward now, I want to do the price of peace. So with the price of peace, I'm communicating with SAG, trying to get all of the logistics down or whatever, because we don't start until October. So the first point I want to make is they don't know that you don't pay in pension and health if you're the owner. That's a federal law. They don't know that. The lady doubled down on it. Her boss doubled down on it, which is crazy to me, that you have to pay in pension and health even if you're the owner, which is against federal law. And I know for a fact that you don't do it because it happened in one of my projects. Payroll sent in for pension and health. Pension and health sent it back because they said the owner cannot pay on it. I know that for a fact, but they doubled down with that. Another thing, travel. So if I'm not requiring anybody from New York, New Jersey, whatever, to stay overnight anywhere, how can SAG mandate an overnight for them? Plus, I'm sure per diem comes with that. And they're saying that if it necessitates, that is overnight. Now, from Philadelphia to New York, people commute that all the time. New Jersey to Philadelphia, New Jersey to New York, all of that circle, people commute that all the time. There's no way you can tell me that somebody coming from New York necessitates an overnight stay. They doubled down on it. So what I threatened was, I'm going to make the project non-union and I'm going to consider going FI-Core. So I get an email from one of the bosses over there in LA, real cocky email. He said he don't like the fact that his people who I was dealing with is called disrespectful and hostile. He don't like that, and he want to maintain a respectful line of communication. Okay, they're disrespectful and hostile. That's what they are. That's the tone of the emails that they give. Disrespectful and hostile. You can go online and look up independent producers, and you can see what's being said about SAG AFTRA in regards to independent producers. These aggressive tactics that they use is going to decrease the number of projects that independents do with SAG AFTRA. That's what it's going to do. Now, they can have the big people, the big companies do projects with them, but a lot of times the members aren't working because they can't get the jobs because the celebrities are getting the jobs or the celebrity friends are getting the jobs. It's projects like mine that are hiring regular, everyday members or either some non-union people who want to work. So non-union is not a problem. That's why I'm considering going FI-Core. I'm weighing the options of FI-Core versus SAG. Now, number one option, I hire myself. That's number one. The only work I have done for somebody is background, right? But if it's principal, I'm doing the hiring of myself. So if I stay SAG AFTRA instead of going FI-Core, I can't work on my projects because I never intend on doing another union project again. Because I don't want to deal with the headache that the union causes. I don't want to deal with it. And I have to apologize to somebody because they said something bad about the union. And I wasn't privy to what I know now about them. And I have to say I'm sorry to Brandon. I have to say I'm sorry to him. Because he was 100% correct. 100% correct about the union. 1,000% correct about this union. The guy from SAG AFTRA, the manager guy, he doubled down. Yeah, he doubled down on her disrespect. His tone of his email was even disrespectful to me. And it was almost like he was speaking to a subordinate instead of a dues paying member. Let me say that again. I'm a dues paying SAG AFTRA member. And somebody who is employed by SAG AFTRA had the nerve to get nasty with me. Now, the first time somebody got nasty, that ain't the first time, but one time somebody got nasty during this process with the price of peace. The lady said, you can't make a non-union because you're in it. And I politely told her, I can go FICOR. See, they keep forgetting about FICOR. FICOR is when you become a dues paying non-member and you can work union and non-union, but you still have the same privileges. You just can't vote. You can't attend SAG events. And that's the only difference. But if you're somebody like me that's doing their own projects and you refuse to work with disrespect, you can go FICOR, work in your own projects, and be at peace because they're non-union, right? It's like a winner to me. So I'm not going to say I'm 100% on that, over on that side yet, but I am really weighing that. We don't start taping till October. So I have a lot of time to weigh that option because I think I am going to do that option. And I do know that once you go FICOR, more than likely SAG will not take you back. But why would you want to go back? What is the reason to go back? Nobody in management in LA cares about the producers. They don't even care if you're a SAG member or you're a producer. So, in my opinion, they're bullies. That's what they are. They're bullies in that LA office. They're bullies. They give misconceptions. They lie. They give misinformation. It's just it's a daunting process and it's a pain in the behind. And when I dealt with the Philadelphia office, with the process, with the SPA, smooth selling. It wasn't any of this nonsense because the thing is, Philadelphia understands the region, right? They understand it. They have members going from Philly to New York, Philly to Jersey. They understand this. That LA office, they don't know the region because they're in LA. And then two, they're making up stuff because one thing one lady said was, we want to make sure our members get paid properly. So now, one lady was supposed to work on my movie 2 days, right? So she lost out. She's a SAG member. One guy was supposed to work 5 days. He lost out. He's a SAG member. So what they're essentially are doing is taking opportunities from SAG members, SAG AFTRA members. So whenever you see a project flip from union to non-union, it's more than likely because SAG done did something underhanded. I'm just saying it. They done did something underhanded. They done did something calculating. They done did something that the producer don't like. You know, and when you're spending your money, this is not studio money. This is not studio. This is self-funded. And for him to think he can talk to me like I'm his subordinate, I don't work for you, man, at SAG AFTRA LA office. I don't work for you. You got that twisted. That's why this non-union now. You got that so twisted, sir. I don't work for you. I don't work for you. I work for me. I'm paid by me if I want to pay me. I'm not paid by you. Matter of fact, my dues pay your salary. And you got the nerve to be nasty with me. But I digress. Okay, anyway. If you want to avoid a headache, unless you got $1 million, unless you got $1 million and you could just throw money down the drain, you don't have to worry about a budget, don't do a SAG AFTRA project. I'm just telling you. If you got money to throw away, fine, do it. But if you got a budget you have to stick to, and you don't have money to throw away, don't do a project with them. And then later, be careful too, because I believe they'll come up with the LA office, the way they operate, I believe they're going to come up with some slick stuff later. Be like, you owe this person $1,000. They travel from New York to Philadelphia, and then this person traveled from Philadelphia to New Jersey. You owe them, both of them, $1,000 a piece, because our contract says if they travel over 100 miles, you own this. Now, we know good and well, unless it's upstate New York, it's not 100 miles. We know good and well, Jersey is not 100 miles from Philadelphia. So, that's just what I leave y'all with. If y'all want a headache, deal with SAG AFTRA. If you don't want a headache, leave them alone, okay? I choose to leave them alone. I don't care. Like, okay, they can respond to my email withdrawing union, this project for the union. I don't care what they say. The project is officially non-union. I will not deal with the disrespect when I'm spending my money. I will not deal with the headache at all. I'm not your employee. I'm not your employee. Ridiculous.